Every day, we are bombarded with messages of what happiness is supposed to look like, whether it's material success, relationships, or personal achievements. However, true happiness is not found in things outside of us, but within. Buddhist teachings emphasize that our mental habits often create the barriers that prevent us from experiencing peace, joy, and happiness. In this video, we'll uncover the 7 toxic habits that are secretly ruining your happiness. These are habits you might not even be fully aware of, but ones that gradually erode your inner peace. By recognizing and eliminating these habits, you can create space for happiness to flourish naturally. Habit 1. Constantly comparing yourself to others. Constantly comparing oneself to other people is one of the worst habits one can have. A sense of inadequacy in goodness, prosperity, or happiness can easily set in when exposed to the idealized portrayals of other people's life in advertising and social media. But according to Buddhist teachings, comparing oneself to other people is a surefire way to waste time and energy. Our sense of self-worth becomes inflated or deflated depending on how often we compare ourselves. We get a sense of inadequacy and diminution whenever we evaluate ourselves in relation to an allegedly more accomplished individual. However, we run the risk of feeling superior if we compare ourselves to someone we think is doing worse than us. Both of these results cause us to become less connected to our authentic selves. Our constant striving to be better than other people prevents us from being content with ourselves. Recognizing our own individual path is emphasized in Buddhist teachings. The karma, experiences, and decisions that each of us has made throughout our lives have created our unique paths through life. And that's all right. No two roads lead exactly the same. As our attention shifts to other people, we inevitably neglect our own needs and stagnate in our personal development. Starting with an attitude of thankfulness can help you quit this harmful behavior. Take stock of your current situation and count your blessings. Focus on yourself instead than seeking approval from others. Connecting with your authentic self through meditation can help you realize that your level of pleasure has nothing to do with how you measure up to other people, but rather with how much you love and accept yourself exactly as you are. As a state of mind that is unconcerned with circumstances outside one's control, the Buddha taught that happiness originates within. When you stop comparing yourself to others, you release yourself from needless pain and unlock the path to genuine joy. Habit 2. Dwelling on the past. Worrying too much about things that have already happened is another bad habit that traps us in a downward spiral. We tend to dwell on things that have already happened, whether they were regrets, missed chances, or hurtful experiences. Because we are unwilling to let go of the past, we become mental prisoners and are unable to progress. According to Buddhist teachings, there is no such thing as a past or future beyond the here and now. Both the past and the future are completely up in the air. We can only live in the present moment. Dwelling on the past keeps us from enjoying the present because it forces us to ignore the here and now. Regret, remorse, and animosity are common emotions that accompany dwelling on the past. We cling to these feelings because we believe that if we can only identify the mistakes we made and rectify them, we will finally be able to go on. Nevertheless, dwelling on the past merely serves to ensnare us in grief. The Buddhist principle of letting go is a powerful tool that can assist us in this endeavor. Forgetting or denying what has happened is not what it means to let go. It entails letting go of the emotional connection we have to the past and recognizing that the past is the past. It's all about breaking free of the emotional and mental bonds that hold us back from moving past hurts. Forget about the past. Meditation can help you let go of it all. You may teach your mind to release negative thoughts by sitting still and paying attention to the here and now. A key component of letting go is forgiveness. If you want to free yourself emotionally, forgive yourself or the people who have wronged you. Keep in mind that there is nothing more precious than the here and now. You create space for joy and serenity in your life by releasing the past. Habit 3. Seeking approval from others. Seeking other people's approval all the time is the third bad habit that can damage our pleasure. The opinions of others around us are crucial to many of us in determining our value. Seeking approval, acceptance, and approval from others are our top priorities. Nevertheless, disillusionment and misery frequently accompany this pursuit of approbation. Happiness, according to Buddhist teachings, cannot be found in anything other than oneself. The approval of others does not matter as much as the contentment we feel inside. We relinquish control when we seek other people's acceptance. We are setting ourselves up for misery by letting other people control our self-esteem. Many times, low self-esteem is the root cause of the need for validation. We think that our self-esteem will improve if other people think highly of us. However, if we do not already have faith in our own value, then no amount of affirmation from others can satisfy the hole inside. The idea of non-attachment is central to Buddhism. To practice non-attachment is to care little about what other people think of you. It's about having faith in yourself and not seeking approval from other people. You can finally break free of the never-ending pressure to meet everyone's expectations and win their approval when you decide to quit trying to do so. Love and acceptance of oneself should be the first steps in breaking this habit. You are sufficient in your own right. To be happy, you don't require the approval of others. A sense of calm and self-assurance can be fostered through meditation as well. No longer will you need the approval of other people to feel whole when you have established a connection to your own self. Always keep in mind that true joy originates within. You can achieve genuine happiness and serenity when you release the urge to be validated. Habit 4. Overthinking every decision. Another harmful habit that can subtly destroy your happiness is overthinking. For fear of making the incorrect decision, many of us spend interminable hours considering all of our options. Anxiety, tension, and misery result from this habit of perpetual overthinking. Attachment and desire are the root causes of suffering, according to a central Buddhist teaching. Our fixation on choosing the ideal choice causes us to overanalyze situations. Life is full of unknowns, and no choice is ever likely to be ideal, despite our need for control and certainty. We also lose touch with the here and now when we overanalyze things. We miss out on living in the now because we dwell on possibilities that may never come true. Distractions like these keep us from appreciating the present moment to its fullest. Practicing mindfulness can help you overcome the habit of overthinking. Being mindful is paying attention just to the here and now. Step back and ask yourself, is this thought helpful? When you see that you're overthinking, at this very second, is it helping me? If you're afraid of failing or making a mistake, overthinking is probably just a defense mechanism. Another way to calm the mind and stop overthinking is to meditate. To put some distance between yourself and your emotions, try meditating on your breath or reciting a short mantra. Instead of becoming stuck in a never-ending cycle of anxiety, you can approach decisions with clarity and composure. Keep in mind that there are many options in life, and that not every choice has to be flawless. Have faith in your abilities and trust that you can handle whatever that life throws at you. You can liberate yourself from needless tension and unlock the door to more enjoyment by releasing the desire to overthink. Habit 5. Holding onto grudges. One of the worst things we can do to our pleasure is to hold grudges. It is normal to experience hurt and anger when someone wrongs us. However, no one suffers more than we do when we cling to resentment and refuse to let go of blame. The Buddhist view holds that negative emotions, such as wrath and resentment, are the root cause of all suffering. We become more burdened and unable to break free of our unhappy feelings the longer we cling to them. However, forgiveness is a potent instrument for recovery and the letting go of emotional burdens that impede us from attaining tranquility. To forgive someone is not to justify their wrongdoing or to act as though it was up to do what they did. It entails releasing the emotional hold that their behavior has on you. Breaking free from the grip of bitterness and wrath is the key to resuming your journey. Meditation on loving kindness is a Buddhist technique for developing tolerance and mercy. Anyone, including those who have harmed you, can benefit from sending happy thoughts and intentions via this practice. You can start to repair your broken heart and smooth over the rough edges of rage by doing this. Keeping resentment and blame inside is like taking poison and hoping the other person gets sick. The truth is that you're the only one who loses out. The weight that has been holding you down can be lifted and happiness can be yours when you forgive and let go of grudges. Habit 6. Surrounding yourself with negative people. Our level of happiness is greatly affected by the people we keep in our lives. It might be challenging to keep an optimistic outlook when one is always in the company of pessimistic people. All things are interdependent, according to Buddhist teachings. Both we and those around us are affected by the energy we release into the world. Similarly, we are susceptible to the vibes and emotions of those around us. Being in an environment full of negative people can make you feel down in the dumps. Being able to identify hazardous relationships or surroundings is crucial. Establishing limits does not imply totally excluding people from your life. Reducing your contact with toxic people and things is an important step in protecting your psychological and emotional health. Right association is a central tenet of Buddhism. Put yourself in the company of positive, encouraging, and growth-minded people. Having supportive relationships can help you feel more joy and calm inside, while toxic relationships can sap your strength and keep you mired in misery. Having self-awareness and mindfulness skills can help you navigate harmful environments. You need to be aware of how other people are affecting your happiness and take precautions. To achieve this, you may need to cut ties with certain friends or acquaintances, or actively seek out new ones who share your beliefs and aspirations. Keep in mind that you get to decide with whom you hang out. If you want to cultivate an environment where happiness can flourish, surround yourself with positive people. Habit 7. Avoiding change or growth. Fear of change and development is the last harmful habit that frequently destroys our happiness. Because of the unease and lack of certainty that comes with change, many of us fight against it. Even if we aren't happy where we are, we nevertheless like to remain in our comfort zones. A major tenet of Buddhism is the idea that change is constant and unavoidable. Attempts to cling to the past always result in misery, since everything is transitory. We hinder our own evolution into our full potential when we refuse to change and instead cling to what we know. We discover fresh potential for happiness and fulfillment via the suffering that often comes with growth. We remain mired in ineffective habits when we resist change. It limits our ability to learn about the world and its possibilities. If you want to overcome this behavior, you must accept change as inevitable. Rather than being afraid of it, view it as a chance for personal development and change. The Buddha taught his followers to let go of their attachment to control and certainty, and to be receptive to new experiences. You can learn to gracefully handle change by cultivating an inner stability through meditation. Through the practice of mindfulness and remaining fully present, one can discover how to gracefully navigate life's ups and downs without succumbing to fear or resistance. Keep in mind that to be happy, you must grow. If you can overcome your resistance to change and step outside of your comfort zone, you will be able to experience more happiness and success in life. There is no place outside of ourselves where we can discover happiness. Internal cultivation is the key to achieving this condition of mind. We can make room for joy to grow when we identify and break these 7 destructive habits. Never changing or growing, constantly comparing ourselves to others, holding grudges, overthinking every decision, seeking approval from others, and avoiding change or growth. Letting rid of attachments and fostering inner serenity are the path to ultimate happiness, according to Buddhist teachings. By breaking these destructive patterns, we may end our needless pain and unlock the path to true, long-term joy. Release your grip, be fully present, and make the conscious decision to live a life filled with contentment, joy, and fulfillment. A life filled with joy is waiting for you. All you have to do is create room for it.